Hey everybody, it's Jorik. Welcome back to Portugal and Beyond. I hope you're having a great day. This topic is something that's come up often with people. I'm getting more messages, so I decided to make a playlist that's just going to be called Investing in Portugal Real Estate. There'll be several different parts, not necessarily in order, but as I get a bunch of questions, I want to try to answer them all at once. So this is going to be part one. It's going to talk about financing. I will also tell you, I apologize in the video if you hear knocking or hammering going on. There are two flats in our building that are being worked on. So somebody right now is investing in Portugal real estate, or reinvesting as it were. So let's get after it. First is obvious, cash. Cash is king. If you are looking at properties here, most of you, I would recommend renting for a year. For those of you that have to satisfy a D7 visa, you're looking into that for sure. You have at least 12 months that you need on a lease to do that. But it's always probably best to rent before buying. Why I'm getting more messages is because home prices in the US are going ridiculous. There's going to be a bubble sometime soon. And in some places, let's say Toronto and Vancouver, Canadians have been messaging as well. And just the home prices are getting so big that people are now leaning towards maybe buying sooner than later. Still have a year lease on your D7, but maybe starting to look at a property to buy as opposed to rent when you move to Portugal. So cash, you need a bank account. You can't just give cash across the table. It needs to be more formal. So it has to be through a bank of some sort. But you can do that. There's tons of opportunity here. I also think that I'll do another part of negotiation. I think sometimes when you have cash involved, you're able to get better deals, it seems. But first things first, if you have cash to buy something outright, that's the best way to go, without question. And of course, wherever you live, you're going, yeah, duh, next one, please. So number two is something that maybe people haven't done or thought about, getting a line of credit or taking a second mortgage if you keep a primary property or you keep property in your home country. So you're going to either rent it out or keep it and spend, let's say, 6 months there, 6 months in Portugal, go back and forth, or any property that you have that has equity, you may want to consider using some equity from it to fund a purchase or payment, down payment of something, so you have a lower mortgage. So that's number two, kind of getting a line of credit or taking a second mortgage out of a primary property if you're going to keep that in your home country. Number three, personal loan. So going to your bank, and this is the if you're going to keep a banking relationship in your home country, which I highly recommend that you do. Always keep a bank account somewhere where home was, I'll say, before you move to Portugal. Asking the bank for a personal loan, probably you won't have enough to be able to buy a property outright, but might help with the down payment. Because you have a banking relationship, you might get some favorable terms from them. Another option with that, I'll say as part of number three, personal loan, is family or friends. There might be an opportunity to get a loan and pay them back, depending on what your family situation is or what your friend's situation is. There might be an opportunity there. So that would be the third way. And then the fourth way is mostly the second most traditional way versus just buying outright, and that's the mortgage. And that's, I think, what a lot of you may be interested in. So what I've put together is I went this year, so this is 2022, I went to several banks. And what I did is I said, we are looking to invest in a property. I marked 400,000 as the potential property, or up to 500,000. And I'll explain why as you're seeing the slide. Almost to a bank. I didn't find a bank that could offer terms less than 30% as a down payment. So, but I said we were looking at property that were 400 to 500,000, whether it be a farm, a building, a flat, just a basic investment property somewhere in Greater Portugal. So I didn't have a place in mind. I just wanted to get some parameters to be able to make this video. So as you're seeing, all of them, 25 years was the longest mortgage they would give. Now, part of that has to do with my age. So that's something that they will base that upon potential retirement, or if you have other mortgages out there, they may consider that and not give you the same length of term of that mortgage. As you're looking at the slide, we bank with Millennium, so I had a little asterisk there. So I just wanted to, full disclosure, let you know who our bank was. They gave us the best interest rate, I would imagine, because we haven't missed a payment. We don't have much left on our mortgage. So with those, what I want, specifically Americans and Canadians to look at is the interest rate, because even all the other banks that we don't bank with, have never banked with, the interest rate is incredibly low compared to what American and some Canadian banks charge for interest. So not that I want to get you to buy property in Portugal or give you any extra incentive, let's say, but as your home values are going through the roof in the US and in some parts of Canada, you may want to consider buying as opposed to just renting. So this is the video. This is part one. I'm going to make several parts because I have more questions I need to get to that are real estate specific. And I also have some old videos that I need to repackage that I think and make them more relevant for 2022 and beyond. So as always, I hope you appreciate my content. Thank you so much for checking out my channel and enjoy your travels. Hey, thanks so much for watching the full video. If you get a chance, and if you're interested in reading some crazy workplace stories, please check out my two books, Magnet of Madness Volume 1 and Volume 2, both available on Amazon in ebook or softcover. If you want to make fun of me, there's plenty of stories where you can do that. If you want to make yourself feel better about the job that you're in, it'll make you feel better too. But crazy stuff that happened over 30 years, you won't believe it until you read it. So thank you so much for watching. And if you get a chance, pick up a copy of one of these on Amazon. Thank you so much.